So Maya, you dropped a bomb on me earlier. What was that stat about millionaires?
Oh yeah, the average GPA of millionaires in America is 2.9. That's barely a B minus.
Wait, what? I thought being a straight A student was the golden ticket to success.
That's what most of us believe, right? But Robert Kiyosaki, the rich dad, poor dad guy, says something crazy. C students aren't afraid to fail, but A students fear making mistakes.
Hold up. You're telling me failing is a good thing?
Yep. C students are comfortable with failure, and that's exactly what makes them more adaptable in the real world.
Okay, I'm listening. How does this apply to business?
Well, starting a business isn't about having everything perfect. A students tend to overplan. They want the perfect business plan, the ideal market, and so on.
But businesses don't run on perfect, right?
Exactly. While A students are stuck in analysis mode, C students are already testing ideas, failing fast, and learning from customers.
So failure isn't the end. It's just part of the process?
Bingo. They treat failure like data, not a judgment.
That's brilliant. So, this isn't just about business, it applies everywhere, doesn't it?
Totally. Think about relationships. A students are terrified of rejection because they want everything to be perfect. C students just go for it, and even if they fail, they learn and try again.
I've definitely overthought dates before.
See? C students just throw themselves in there, learning through experience. And you know what's wild? Only 20% of Fortune 500 CEOs come from Ivy League schools. Most were average students who learned to take risks.
So, it's about mindset? Being willing to embrace uncertainty?
Exactly. A students do well in structured environments. But C students thrive where there's ambiguity, where they have to figure things out as they go.
Okay, so, can an A student learn this? I mean, how do I embrace this C student mentality?
Start small. Do something you'd normally overthink. Try a new hobby, ask for a discount, or take a random class. You need to get used to uncertainty.
So it's like exposure therapy?
Exactly. You'll realize that failures aren't as scary as they seem. Most of them are just stepping stones.
I'm definitely guilty of waiting for the perfect moment. It's like I'm always waiting for the stars to align.
Trust me, the perfect moment never comes. C students figured that out. They take action even if things aren't perfect.
I'm seriously going to rethink how I approach opportunities.
That's the spirit. Here's a challenge for everyone listening. What's one thing you've been avoiding because you're afraid it won't be perfect?
I've been thinking about launching a side business for 2 years, but I keep researching and planning.
Classic. What if you just started this week, even if it's messy?
You know what? I'm going to do it. This week, no more waiting.
That's what I love to hear. Remember, a parked car can't be steered. Sometimes you have to move before you know exactly where you're going.
So, the big question is, are you going to stay stuck in the safe zone of the A student mindset? Or are you ready to jump into the C student world of fearless curiosity?
Because in today's world, adaptability and resilience are more valuable than ever.
Thanks for joining us today. Now go make some beautiful mistakes.
And remember, your GPA doesn't determine your GPS.